my way to the Wealth DynamX headquarters, and I wanted to give you a quick video and talk to you about a subject that I think most people don't really think about. It's not something that's normally on the forefront of our minds when it comes to our finances. So here's what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the difference between retirement and wealth. All right, the difference between retirement and wealth. Now, I was a financial advisor for a number of years, meaning that I sat down with people and I helped them with retirement planning. And I can tell you, when I did the retirement planning model with them, it was not about wealth. It was about how they could sustain, a minimal lifestyle on a fixed income, coming from a pool of money that they were selling off over time, hoping that they would die before the money ran out. That was the difference. And I want to share with you what wealth looks like instead. So retirement, by definition, is living on a fixed income, as I mentioned, from a distribution of a pool of assets, because you're no longer building any assets. So it's really a risky game. If you think about it, you've got, let's say, $2 million, and you're going to draw $60,000 or $70,000 a year off of that $2 million. If you divide $2 million by 70,000, it's not that many years before you run out of money. Right? So that's the problem with retirement. Wealth, on the other hand, is this. Wealth is abundance and prosperity in all areas of life. And it means that you actually have to financially fund that. So the retirement model is based on reaching the pinnacle of your nest egg, how much money you need to have set aside in your accounts, and the interest hopefully generated from those, and a reduction of principal at a certain rate will provide your income for you. Now with that, you're not actually creating anything. You're actually taking something that was already created and you're killing it off over time. And that's why every year in retirement, your risk exponentially goes up, because you're selling off more and more of your assets. Now, wealth, on the other hand, you have to continually create that. So when we do our wealth planning, I'm going to share with you a few things we do that are different. So instead of saying, hey, let's put the money in mutual funds and leave it in the stock market and hope that over time it grows and, we can withdraw it and maybe die before the money runs out, with wealth creation, we teach this. Number one, you need to find a way to continually make money. Okay, income. Like, you need to have a source of income that's continual. And it's not going to be, a job, but it needs to be something that you can do that will help you create income. We teach our clients, learning how to sell, learning how to be an entrepreneur. Those are all very helpful things, even if you're in retirement. Now, the second thing is you need to keep large sums of your money, up to 40% of your gross income. That's the average of where the top 1% of wealth have been. So we teach save 40%. Save 40% of your gross income, and that money all goes aside to be invested. And then number three, we teach that you should invest in income-producing assets. So you're not putting money in the market where volatility can cut your portfolio down by 30% in a given year. You're putting your money in a real asset that produces income, and then you're taking that income while you're still in accumulation phase. You're taking that income and you're reinvesting that income into your retirement portfolio or into your investments. And you continue to do that until you reach the point where you no longer have to work for money. You no longer have to trade time for money, because you have enough income being generated by this portfolio. And even at that point, when you are living off the income, we teach two things. Number one, you should plan for 25% taxes. So if you wanted 10 grand a month, it would be 10 grand a month in income plus the 25% you need. Number two, you continually save 40% of your income, even in retirement, so that you're still building the portfolio. You see, the greatest investors, they don't stop. They actually continue to go. When they're living off their investments, they don't stop investing. So you're still saving 40% of the cash flow produced and reinvesting that back into your investments to grow the portfolio. And this ensures the benefit of a couple things to you. Number one, you'll actually be able to live a better lifestyle in retirement than you did before retirement. Most financial advisors are teaching people to live off of 60 to 80% of their income, which is less money than they made before they retired, which is kind of like, what's the point, right? And most financial advisors are also teaching people not to continue to earn, build, and grow their wealth. They're more in the management stage. So what happens is people end up with a less enjoyable lifestyle because they've got less monthly income to live that lifestyle, and people stop building wealth. They don't actually have a plan to pass on a generational wealth or a legacy. They're looking at, man, I hope this thing lasts just me. So that's the main difference I wanted to share with you guys. Now, if you're watching this today really quick, I do want to drop a link in the comments. We taught a course on this on Friday. So before I forget, we taught a course on this on Friday. And I just posted the link. You can watch a clip from that course on YouTube. And that's going to give you some more data on the differences between how Wealth Dynamics does our financial model versus retirement and advisors and financial planners, how they do their model. And you're going to see some distinct differences. So make sure you check out that link. It's probably maybe a 2 or 3 minute video on YouTube. It's going to give you some great information. From there, if you would like to become a client of ours, you're watching this video and you're like, man, I don't know how to get into cash flowing investments. I don't know where to put the money when it's cash flowing. I don't even know how to not be in the stock market. If that's you and you're like, it would just be easier to hire this guy to do it, I want you to go ahead and check out my website. It's called sacredaccount.com. Sacredaccount.com. And if anyone is watching this, if you could post that in the comments for me, that'd be great. It's sacredaccount.com. And again, that's if you would like to look at becoming a client of ours. Okay, so thank you again for watching. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you again soon.